Do you recognize that feeling after reading a self-help book or went to a conference that you want to apply everything and that you have a lot of energy, but only to find out that that energy is gone after a few weeks? This drive is exactly the thing you train with the 75 Hard Challenge, and in this video, I will share my experiences after completing it several times. So let's start right away by explaining what the 75 Hard Challenge actually is. The 75 Hard Challenge is created by Andy Frisella, one of the most successful entrepreneurs in the world and a founder of phorm. A mistake most people make with the 75 Hard Challenge is that they think it's a weight loss challenge. This is not true. It is a mindset challenge and you will train mental toughness. That's what it's all about. So, what are the rules? First of all, there's 2 times working out 45 minutes, and one has to be outside. You have to drink 1 gallon of water. You have to read 10 pages of a self help book. Audiobooks don't count. You have to make a progress picture every day in the mirror. You don't have to share that, that's just for you. You have to pick a diet and you have to stick to it. No cheats are allowed. And also, no alcohol is allowed. And the day ends when you go to sleep. A very important note to make is that if you fail one of those rules, then you have to start over the challenge again. So if you forget to make a progress picture on day 73, you have to start back at day 1. So what workouts did I choose? For the inside workouts, I went for weightlifting, since it's easy to schedule in your own time. I went for kettlebell exercises. This was when the gyms were closed, so I had to work out at home, and the kettlebells were things I found really practical and easy to use and gain a lot of result. I did some yoga, and also when gyms were back open, I started kickboxing. So the second workout I chose for outside was either running or walking, skating, or just picking up my kettlebell and train outside, or picking up my yoga mat and do some yoga outside. So, what diets did I choose? Well, every day I chose, at least for intermittent fasting diet, with a fast of 18 hours, and I also chose to not eat any carbs that don't come from fruit or vegetables. And the other thing I try to do is quit coffee. So, what are the top 5 books I read when I did the 75 Hard Challenges? The first book I did was Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. The second one was Clean Code by Robin C. Martin. The third one was As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. The fourth one was Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. And the last one is The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday. So, why did I decide to do the 75 Hard Challenge? Well, 2 years ago, we were starting to have lockdowns and working from home. And then it got pretty boring for me. So, when I was finished with work, at the end of the day, I was having beers and chips and watching some Netflix on the couch with my wife because we wanted to have some fun. But that quickly resulted in, um, yeah, looking bad and also feeling really bad. You wake up with a bad taste in your mouth, you feel sick, headaches, and also when you look in the mirror, it wasn't that pretty. And I thought to myself, well, this has to end because this is not good. So I also mentioned it to my wife, and she agreed to do something about it. She first mentioned, well, let's do like a not cheating regimen, and then in the weekends we can cheat. I said, well, I think that's not enough. We need something more drastic. Really need a mindset shift. And I heard about this thing on a podcast. It's called 75 Hard Challenge, where you train and do some challenges for 75 days, which will also give you the benefits of the mindset shift. So, me and my wife actually both started to do it, and we also managed to complete the 75 Hard Challenge both at the first try. So, is the 75 Hard Challenge hard to do. Uh, at the beginning, when you just start and you have no training, no exercise, then of course it takes a lot of time to get used to it. And when you start drinking a lot of water, doing a lot of exercises versus none, that's the first 2 weeks you really feel bad. You're sore, and yeah, it's really not a nice feeling. But then you get in a second stage where you start to feel more energized, and also you notice that your thoughts get a lot more clear. Then after that, you get in the third stage and you notice that everything you do becomes a habit. So workout, drinking, it doesn't matter to you, you know. At first you looked up to it and like, oh, 2 workouts, that's heavy and I can't do it. And then in the third stage, you actually think nothing about it. It's just a habit, and you feel like you're getting momentum. So that's really, really nice feeling. And then you have stage four. At the end of the challenge, you actually don't want it to stop. So for me personally, I only tried harder things the last week. I went walking 6 o'clock in the morning, running, doing all kinds of crazy stuff to finish with a blast. And I really didn't want it to end. And the reason for that is because you feel so clear, you feel like you can do a lot, and you feel just really great. You feel in a great shape. You feel that you can handle more. There's really a lot more resilience and a tougher mindset, and also a really strong discipline to do all the things from the challenge. For me, the biggest eye opener, and Priscilla also mentioned it in the podcast, is at a certain stage when you are like 30 days in. It doesn't matter if you on day 30, if you can do 30 days, if you can do one day, you can also do 75. It's actually about every day doing the same. So if you can do one, you also can do 75. So what are the top 5 things I got out of 75 hard? First, I built a lot of self-confidence because I thought at the beginning, I'm not gonna make this. Who am I to just train 2 times a day, drink so much water, read for 75 days? How can I actually complete this? But when I started to get the hang of it, I tracked all my stuff, and I thought, well, this is going to work out for me. And after I finished it, I got a lot of self-confidence. The second thing that I got out of second 75 hard is physical health became a priority for me. So instead of just doing it as a side thing, I made physical health the main thing in my life, and that's a habit I also kept kept remaining after 75 hard challenge. I improved my family life, even to the point when we decided the relationship got so strong and everything was so good, we decided to have a third kid. The fourth thing I got out of 75 hard challenge is a really strong mindset. Instead of seeing obstacles, I really gained a growth mindset, and you can throw anything at me and I will do it because I know I can. The fifth thing I got out of 75 hard challenge is tremendous growth in my career. I really started to focus, doing daily actions, being consistent, which really helped me to make a lot of big steps. Tools and tips to complete 75 hard challenge. So tip number one is to track your progress. I use the app Done on iPhone in combination with the 75 hard challenge app and the Notes app on the iPhone to make sure I track the progress pictures right, but also to make sure I did all my actions. Plan everything in your calendar. So when you plan everything in your calendar, you know when the days are there that you maybe need to work out in the morning or that you need to make some arrangements. And then it's not a surprise for you that when you have a day when you have to start early that you have to do 2 workouts in the evening. So really make sure you track everything so you know ahead of time what you can do. Tip number 3 is to start now. You can always think, well, the next month I have a holiday season and I have a birthday and I have this and I have that. It doesn't really matter because there is never an ideal situation to start. And this is also a lesson that you get from the 75 hard challenge, is that the circumstances will never be good. If you have to work out outside 1 day a week, there's always a few days that there's rain and you have to go outside, but it doesn't matter because you have to do it, and the rain is there or not. Also, with this, start the 75 hard challenge because there will never be an ideal moment to start. And last tip for me is that don't worry that some aspects come easy to you. So for me, reading was pretty easy, but there are a lot of things in the challenge that you will face, and you have to fight your own battle. So don't worry, you will find some and things that will be harder for you, and that's the stuff where you are going to grow in this challenge. So what comes after 75 hard challenge? Actually, the 75 hard challenge is part of the Live Hard program. There's also after 75 hard challenge a phase 1, and the phase 1 is the same, but you have to take a 5-minute cold shower every day, add 3 additional items to your power list, and 10 minutes of dedicated visualization. And that's only for 30 days, but it's a little bit tougher. After that, you get phase 2 and also phase 3 with also some additional tasks. I can honestly say that this challenge is one of the things that impacted my life a lot. So it's a real big milestone in my life where a lot of things went better and really changed me as a person in a positive way. So if you feel like you need like an improvement or a mindset shift, I cannot recommend enough that you try out this challenge, because in the end you will come out so much better. It's completely scalable. If you don't are not are really fit, you don't do sports, you can start with walking, because if walking is a workout for you, you can count it as a workout, and that makes it really scalable. If you're already almost athlete level, you can do some advanced stuff to challenge yourself. But this is for everyone. Everybody can start this challenge. So I would really like to encourage you to start it and experience for yourself what a shift this is, and what kind of mental toughness you get after doing this challenge. But what I also noticed is the thing you do, the discipline, the mindset shift is trained because of the challenge. So you also notice when you're not doing the challenge anymore, the first few months it's fine, you will just keep in the same rhythm, you work out twice a day, you don't feel the need of cheating. But after several months pass, you will feel like that discipline is getting less. So it's really something you train with the challenge. So make sure that when you start this challenge, that you don't do it just once, but also when you feel like you're slipping, you start the challenge again. So this was the video about 75 hard challenge. I hope that I maybe inspired you to do it as well. If you have any questions or you want to share your experience, please leave them down below in the comments. I'd really like to see that. And don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel for more content like this. Bye.